Sandy.
Koko, how you doing? We're back.
Yes, we are.
Hopefully you had a wondrous New Year. In Chicagoland, we had snow and stuff, so don't know, because it hasn't happened yet, but don't know if it was really terrible and if all my friends who own restaurants and bars, had people bail on them or what. We'll know more later, but
yeah, they're saying what, 5 to 7 inches?
It was 10. It was 10 to 12 originally, and it keeps every 20 minutes. If you have a phone that has a weather app, I swear, if you check it every 20 minutes, it's different.
Oh yeah.
The high and the low are different. The little, you just scroll through the day, and it's like even like an hour from now, they're going to say, oh yeah, it's going to snow. It's not going to snow. It's like, make up your mind. I mean, and that's the problem is there's 2 jobs that you can always be wrong and keep your job. 1 is a weatherman. 2 is a politician. In fact, the more you're wrong as a politician, the more likely you are to keep your job. Tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not going there with the politics.
Unless you talk about crime. If you're committing a crime, then people frown upon that. But if you like your policy and your laws and all the other stuff that you do, and if you screw up every single time they reelect you and they love you.
I work with too many politicians. I'm going to say no comment.
But it's a general statement. I mean, come on. Who gets reelected? All the schmoes.
No comment.
She's agreeing with me. So there you go. It's true.
He's whispering in his mic again. Is this how this New Year's going to be?
Always.
You are so going to get it.
It's fine. That's fine. No problem. Good. So, okay, you've been hiding a topic. You've been hiding a topic from me. You wouldn't tell me, so.
Not necessarily hiding a topic, but I think it's a good topic because the issue was brought up to me recently, and I think
Give that a minute.
It's good of relationships, a partnership, but one person really does need to have the lead.
Ooh, I wonder where that came from.
That's what was brought up to me in conversation.
After a few hours, and we've talked about this. Yes, okay.
It did make me think a bit, because if most of you ladies out there are like me, you have been used to being the decision maker, being in the lead, having to be the responsible one, whatever you want to call it. So when you meet somebody who is just, I don't want to say headstrong, but...
Headstrong would works. Headstrong, arrogant, bossy, controlling.
No, that's not what it is. It's
megalomaniac.
I am discovering in being away from the camera for a while and talking with a lot of different people. Stop it. I'm discovering that there are a lot more men and women out there that are, for lack of a better term, wanting to be or are still have been instilled them the old-fashioned standards of, think about it. Think back when with our parents or our grandparents or our great-grandparents, the man was the head of the household. He really was.
But there was a reason. But there was a reason for that.
But there's nothing wrong with that if you really think about it, because you're still a partnership, but there is one person that is kind of the lead or the head of the household.
Kind of tyrannical dictatorship.
No, it's not.
With followers.
No, because there are households out there where it's the opposite way. It's still kind of the old-fashioned standards, but it's just flipped where the husband wants to be the stay-at-home parent and the wife is the head of household, or the breadwinner, if you want to call it that. And it works for them. They're still instilling and still living by the old-fashioned standards.
Yeah, but that is such a small, teeny tiny, percentage.
I think there's a lot more people that still want that. They just don't know how to do it, because you've got two people that both want to be in the lead, and you cannot have 2 people leading. You can't. It won't work.
I don't know if you hold hands and skip down the road.
No,
I think
that's the partnership. But there really has to be. There really is somebody that needs to actually be.
Unless you divide up duties and separate.
Well, that's what our
thing.
grandparents and our parents and our great-grandparents
Yeah,
did.
not
They
so much.
divided it. Yes, the woman.
Took care of the house and the children and took
Right.
care of all of that stuff, and the husband made money.
Okay, but they still had a partnership. There was no big decisions made without both of them. At least in my family, that's the way it was. There was no big, huge decisions made.
Yeah, the
Without both
husband
of them.
said this, and that was it. There was no exception. Yeah.
No, that wasn't how it was with my grandparents or my
That's
parents.
exactly how it was with my grandparents.
Oh, see, that wasn't how it was. My
Absolutely. And my
grandparents, same
aunts
way.
and my uncles. And the husband was made, that was it.
Mm-hmm.
No discussion. You can present your case, and then at the end of that, it was like, decision is made, and that's the last word. Yeah, that's a tyrannical dictatorship. I'm sorry. You give somebody the information, and then they make the decision, and that's it. No choice. Sorry. This is how it is.
Well, then that's not a partnership. That's not.
Sure it is.
No, it's not. That's not a partnership. A partnership.
Master slave is a partnership.
No, that is not.
It's not a
how
good.
it is.
It's not a
No.
good relationship. It's
And
not a
that's
good
what I'm
partnership.
talking about. It's
Well.
finding that balance of partnership, but ultimately, okay, companies, you have to have a leader, right? You have to have a CEO. You do.
Okay.
There's a
All
board
right.
of directors. There's vice
All
presidents.
right, we're at about 5 minutes. We're gonna.
Okay, so we go over a little bit.
Well, we can go over, but we can. This is gonna go for a while, so we can go into it. I'm Koko.
Sandy.
We'll be back in a minute.